Welcome to my exploration of humorous decisions made by African leaders throughout history. African leaders have made decisions that range from the strategic and visionary to the downright unexpected and humorous. From Mobutu Sese Seko's declaration to change the name of Zaire to Democratic Republic of the Congo and back again, to Idi Amin's self-proclaimed title as Conqueror of the British Empire, these leaders left a memorable mark on history with their unique choices. Join me as we explore some of the most unusual decisions made by African leaders. Today, we're not diving into the remarkable stories of African leaders whose decisions shaped not only their nations but also the continent's history. From the visionary leadership of Nelson Mandela, whose commitment to reconciliation transformed South Africa after apartheid, to Julius Nyerere's pursuit of African socialism in Tanzania, these leaders left enduring legacies. Also the strategic brilliance of Kwame Nkrumah in Ghana, who commanded the nation's independence movement, and the resilience of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in Liberia, Africa's first female president. The pivotal roles these leaders played in shaping Africa's past and influencing its future is huge. Apart from these, let's see humorous and unusual decisions made by African leaders. Idi Amin Dada, the former president of Uganda from 1971 to 1979, was known for his dramatic and often eccentric behavior. One of the most memorable aspects of his rule was his penchant for self-proclaimed titles that reflected his massive self-image. Amin, who initially came to power through a military coup, quickly established himself as a dictator. Among his numerous titles, perhaps the most infamous was His Excellency, President for Life, Field Marshal Alhaji Dr. Idi Amin Dada, VC, Victory Cross, DSO, Distinguished Service Order, MC, Military Cross, Lord of all the beasts of the earth and fishes of the seas and Conqueror of the British Empire in Africa in general and Uganda in particular. This mouthful of a title not only underscored Amin's self-amplified but also reflected his erratic and unpredictable rule. His regime was marked by human rights abuses, political repression, and economic mismanagement, leading to widespread suffering and international condemnation. Mobutu Sese Seko, the president of Zaire, now Democratic Republic of Congo, from 1965 to 1997, was known for his extravagant personality and dictatorial rule. One of the more unusual aspects of his reign was his attempt to assert control over the calendar itself by renaming the days of the week and even the months of the year. In 1971, Mobutu declared that all the days of the week and the months of the year should reflect African culture and history. Consequently, he renamed Saturday as Mpia, meaning second day in Lingala, Sunday as Lida, meaning first day in Lingala, and so forth for the other days. Similarly, he renamed the months after African symbols, concepts, or historical figures. This renaming effort was part of Mobutu's broader policy of Africanization and cultural revival, known as authenticite. Under this ideology, Mobutu sought to rid Zaire of colonial influences and promote African heritage and identity. While the renaming of days and months was a symbolic gesture, it reflected Mobutu's desire to assert his authority and reshape the country's cultural landscape according to his vision. Robert Mugabe, the former president of Zimbabwe, was known for his controversial leadership and eccentricities. One of the more unusual aspects of his academic career was his conferral of an honorary doctorate in witchcraft from the University of Zimbabwe in 1982. The decision to award Mugabe this honorary doctorate was met with surprise and criticism both domestically and internationally. The University of Zimbabwe, under pressure from Mugabe's government, bestowed upon him the title of Doctor of Letters in African Heritage and Philosophy, which was informally referred to as a doctorate in witchcraft due to its controversial nature. Muammar Gaddafi, the former leader of Libya, gained international notoriety not only for his controversial political decisions but also for his unconventional personal security detail consisting entirely of female bodyguards. These female bodyguards, known as the Amazonian Guard or Revolutionary Nuns, were a distinctive feature of Gaddafi's regime from the 1980s until his downfall in 2011. Gaddafi's female bodyguards were chosen from academically accomplished Libyan women who were required to be unmarried and pledge allegiance to him personally. They were trained in martial arts, firearms, and tactical defense, transforming them into a highly skilled security force. Clad in military-style uniforms or traditional attire, they were often seen accompanying Gaddafi at public events, international summits, and even during his travels abroad. The Amazonian Guard served not only as Gaddafi's protectors but also as a symbol of his ideology of gender equality and empowerment in Libya. After Gaddafi's regime was toppled during the Libyan civil war in 2011, the fate of the Amazonian Guard became uncertain. Some were reported to have fled the country or were captured during the conflict, while others faced criticism and scrutiny for their association with Gaddafi's regime. In 2016, Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni surprised many when he released a rap video titled Yengoma, which translates to "I Will Sing" in English. The video was part of his re-election campaign and aimed to appeal to young voters through popular culture in music. In the video, Museveni is seen wearing traditional attire while singing and dancing along with a group of young Ugandan artists. The lyrics of the rap song praised Museveni's achievements during his long tenure as president, highlighting infrastructure development, economic growth, and stability under his leadership. The video was produced in both English and Swahili, making it accessible to a wider audience across Uganda. The release of the Yengoma video was a strategic move by Museveni's campaign team to connect with the youth demographic, who make up a significant portion of Uganda's population and play a crucial role in elections. By embracing rap music, which is immensely popular among young Ugandans, Museveni attempted to portray himself as a dynamic and relatable leader who understands and values the aspirations of the younger generation. In the 1979 Zambian elections, the political landscape was marked by unique and sometimes bizarre occurrences, including the opposition party's adoption of a snake as its symbol due to a ban on its preferred symbol. During this period, Zambia was under the presidency of Kenneth Kaunda, who had been in power since the country's independence in 1964. Kaunda's political party, the United National Independence Party, UNIP, held a dominant position in Zambian politics, often utilizing state resources and regulations to maintain its grip on power. In the lead-up to the 1979 elections, opposition parties faced significant challenges, including restrictions on their ability to campaign freely and use their preferred symbols. One such party was the United Progressive Party, UPP, led by Simon Kapwepwe, a former vice president of Zambia. The UPP originally wanted to use an eagle as its symbol, but the Kaunda government reportedly banned the use of the eagle symbol, claiming it was too closely associated with the ruling UNIP party. As a result, the UPP was forced to improvise and decided to adopt a snake. In the 1979 elections, despite these challenges, the UPP and other opposition parties campaigned vigorously against UNIP's dominance. While the UPP and other opposition parties did not win the elections outright, the use of the snake symbol became a memorable moment in Zambian political history, symbolizing the struggle for political pluralism and democratic rights during Kaunda's presidency. Samuel Doe, the former president of Liberia who came to power through a military coup in 1980, was known for his controversial rule and occasional eccentric decisions. In 1982, Doe made a surprising announcement that he had received a divine revelation instructing him to change his name. He declared that henceforth, his official name would be Pape Pe, which loosely translates to sweet potato in the local Liberian vernacular. This decision puzzled many both within Liberia and internationally, as it seemed to come out of nowhere and lacked any apparent political or strategic motivation. These humorous decisions by African leaders reveal the complexities and quirks of political leadership. They highlight moments of eccentricity, humor, and sometimes controversy. Which decision surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below.